I'm going to need a doctor after all this sugar. Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Vodkast, and oh boy, does my hair look good today. I'm your host, as always, Geycen Oliveira. Anywho, I thought today, while I've been hunting the Post Malone Oreos, and I haven't been able to find them yet, they're not technically supposed to be out till February 3rd. However, a lot of stores are reporting that they are on the shelves. Or not stores, but people are reporting that stores are putting them out early. I did run into the Oreo man at Walmart yesterday and asked him, hey, you got the Post Malone Oreos? He said, no, we haven't gotten them yet. I think he was lying, but that's okay. Anywho, we will do those as soon as I get those. They sound like they are absolutely amazing. They sound like the type of Oreo that I'm always looking forward to, something different. They've got a golden cookie, a chocolate cookie, and they've got a swirl of a shortbread and a salted caramel in the center. It's going to be really good, I think. So when that comes out, I will have that out on day number 1. But for today, we've got the Peeps, the Churro Peeps. Now, Peeps are hit or miss because they're either spot on and their flavor is amazing. However, there's a lot of marshmallow here, so I assume all the flavoring is on the outside, but I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I've never really done the research. I've never really dug into it enough. Maybe today we'll pull it apart and see if we can differentiate the flavors and see if it's the sugar that's adding the churro flavor or if it's the marshmallow that's actually in there that's flavored that way. And I also found the Blackberry Dr. Pepper. I'm doing these together today because as we're winding down the road to 50, as you guys may or may not know, I am going to start pulling back from a lot of these review and demos. We're always going to be doing the Oreos. Don't get me wrong. I will never forget to do the Oreos. What are you looking at? From this day forth, we're going to be, or from the end of the road to 50 on, we're going to do a lot more Dungeons and Dragons content. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff with a lot more people, which is really exciting for me. I do have some other news, but I don't want to share it yet. So if you're digging the content I'm creating and you want to know the news sometime soon, go ahead and hit that little Vodcast subscribe button. It would be a huge favor for me, and I would appreciate it very much. But without further ado, let's bust into these Churro Peeps. I wish I were a fish. No, I wish that Peeps packaging was done a little differently, because after this is open, you'll see, it's going to be destroyed, and marshmallows do not last long. See, look at, you get that, and the minute you start opening it up, it goes everywhere and it makes a mess, and they're stale within days. Now, some people I know love stale marshmallow Peeps, and I think that's the craziest thing in the world. I like them fresh. I like them soft. I don't want anything chewy about them. I want them, I don't know, I want them the way they were intended to be eaten. I'm going to rip one of these off. We'll give you a look at it. It's a nice little tan color. It's a kind of a medium brown color, I guess. I'm going to bite the head off of this one, and then we're going to, like I said, we'll dissect it a little bit, and I'll tell you once and for all if the flavoring comes from the marshmallow or the sugar on the outside. Here we go. I don't think there's any dissecting needed here. The minute that sugar touched my mouth, it tasted like churro. It tasted like that cinnamony kind of, I don't know what churro is, to be honest. I think it's sugar and cinnamon. It's kind of like a fried dough. Every nationality has one. The Portuguese have malasadas or malasavish, depending on how you pronounce it. This is good. This is a good Peep. If you like Peeps, this is a really good Peep. It represents the flavor it's supposed to intend to represent. And if you're into really sweet, sugar-covered marshmallows, this is some of the best I've had. Now, it's a little darker on the back. I'm going to tell you, maybe take a little bite of that, just see if there's anything different going on in the back. I thought it was going to stick. Now I just got a sticky forehead. All right, we'll score them both at the end, I guess. Let's wash it down with a little tasty beverage. Now, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew I gave up on years ago. People ask me on the streets. People ask me on the internet. People ask me all over the world. They say, Jay, why don't you do Mountain Dew products? And it's kind of like the same reason why I don't do M&Ms. There's too many flavors. They come out far too often. Oreo, I wish they'd do a little bit more, especially now that we're going to be dialing back the reviews and demos. I would like to see more Oreos. However, Oreo may do 8 to 10 flavors a year at most. Dr. Pepper, same thing. They might do like 6 to 8 flavors a year. So I've always loved Dr. Pepper. I grew up on Mr. Pibb. I lived in Mr. Pibb. Now it's Pibb Extreme or something like that. But when I lived in Apopka, Florida for a few years, I remember going out with my parents and I'd always get Mr. Pibb. Then when I moved back north to Massachusetts, I couldn't get that anymore. I guess it was a regional thing at the time. It's not so much anymore. So I had to switch over to Dr. Pepper, and I never had a problem with that. They're very similar in many ways. I would say in some ways I like Mr. Pibb a little bit more just because it brings back the nostalgia feeling of being with my parents who are now dead as a doornail. And Dr. Pepper, whatever, with their 23 mystery flavors. Blackberry, I don't know. I don't know if I have a lot to say about blackberry. It's not one of those berries that I consume very often. There aren't many berries that I consume. I don't really like blueberries on their own. I might have a handful per year. Strawberries, I like them dipped in sugar, but otherwise they're just too, I don't know, bland and tart for me, unless you get a really good sweet one. I don't know. Other berries, I don't avoid them. There's raspberries that grow in my yard. I'll eat those occasionally if I'm out taking the dog. He's going pee. Maybe he's going poop. I don't know. But as he's doing that, I'll grab a few berries and eat them just because it's fun. Nonetheless, let's bust into this. You want to hear it? You want to hear it, don't you? That was a little bit of a letdown. Holy hell. That smells like the greatest thing I've ever smelled in my entire life. Maybe that's going a little too far. Just a little too far, though, because that is a really good... Oh, I got to smell it again. Wow, that is a great artificial smell right there. I tell you, it doesn't taste chemically. I mean, it doesn't smell chemically. It smells really good. So let me wash down this marshmallow and I'll let you know what I think about this. Damn, that is a fine soda there. That is the perfect combination of an artificial blackberry flavor and Dr. Pepper. It's like a 50-50 mix, and it keeps going back and forth in my mouth. But that blackberry flavor, I would like to have a soda just blackberry. Now, they did offer this in the no sugar, but I don't feel like that's a good representation of any soda when you have the choice between the regular and the 0 calorie. Because if you're eating, I noticed... At least I've learned this from going to Raising Cane's. If you've never been to Raising Cane's, they're a really good fast food place. They only have really 2 items on their menu. You can either get their chicken tenders or you can get the chicken tenders in a sandwich. That's it. They got the cane sauce. They got a few sides. Their fries are fantastic. But when I go there, I like to try to avoid the calories because it's already a lot of calories going in your belly. So I'll go with a Coke Zero, and if I'm eating, I can't tell the difference. However, on its own, I can tell right away if something's 0 and if something's not 0. Man, this is great. Like, these 2 products right here are worth your time. They're worth their weight in gold. They're flavorful. They're delicious. Like I said, if you love Peeps, these are great new Peeps. I would definitely try them out. If you love churros and Peeps, you're in for a real special treat. I'm going to give these a 9 as far as Peeps go. And as far as soda goes and Dr. Pepper and blackberry flavored things go, this is a 10. This soda is the best soda I have had in years. Literally in years. This is really delicious, and I highly recommend it. Whether you're a big soda drinker or not, if occasionally you do get a soda and this opportunity presents itself to you at a meal or even at the store, if you see it and you're like, I haven't had a soda in a while, this is the soda you want to try. This is the soda of the coming season. It's the soda of the season. 10. 9. What a review. How amazing is that? Anywho, I hope you guys have loved today's episode as much as I've loved making it. If you guys are looking to support the channel in any other way, I would love it if you could share this with a friend. And I'm going to ask you to do one more thing for me. If you've ever watched one of my videos and you've loved it, watch another video. Watch 2 more videos. Watch 2 more. Any of your choosing. There's over 1,700 videos out there for you to watch. Watch it start to finish. Okay? Thank you very much. Also, we have a Patreon account. We have 4 tiers. They start at $3. They go up to $20. Let me tell you a little bit about Tier 2. Tier 2 is the Oreo tier, and it allows you, the viewer, to choose what I'm going to dunk my next Oreo in. Now, Rick Brady, our producer/seducer, was our first Patreon, and he has still yet to choose something. So, Rick, if you're out there and you want to know, if you want me to dip something in something, I have a feeling it's going to be something hot. That's your option to make. That Patreon account is there for you if you want to support the channel. And, it's never expected, but always appreciated. Also, filming this Friday will be my Hot Ones episode. I don't know if you've ever noticed it. My wife had purchased those for me, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago at this point. I'd always kind of wanted to do the gauntlet and be questions. Well, we came up with some questions, and so Jess is going to be hosting an episode of the Vodkast, does some hot stuff here, and she's a good friend of mine. If you're digging cryptids, you should definitely check out her channels. It's one of the best on the internet. I highly recommend Cryptid Bits with General Tidbits. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today, tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more Blackberry-ish. Together, let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love, but never let your inner child die. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road to 50. Take care, my friends, and happy adventuring.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.